Hi, welcome back to Miss Music. A lot of videos on this channel are from albums released in the not too distant or very distant past, but I'm always listening to new music. So I've really been wanting to cover some new releases for a long time, but the time I get round to it, I'm just so busy. They are no longer new by any stretch of the imagination. So I thought I'd try and make some short videos and maybe go into the albums that I like, that I discover, the new albums that I discover in more detail in future videos. I made a video a while back about Richard Russell's Everything Is Recorded project. It's a great album. Watch that video. The 2018 album, Everything Is Recorded, remains one of my favorite albums, and I return to it constantly. It really is a brilliant piece of work. I've covered two albums on this channel by another band, the collection of musicians known as This Mortal Coil. These musicians all came from the standout record label 4AD, and those albums are great. And bringing together a collection of artists results in the creation of music that is, I think, new, enticing, and exciting. And Richard Russell has done something very similar, bringing together artists to collaborate on what is now 3 albums. So, first of all, thank you, Richard, for making this music. It is excellent. It is thought-provoking. And I'm sure these albums don't get the attention they really deserve. So thanks for making another one and sticking with it and producing something really great. The new album is called Richard Russell is Temporary. And that really sums up the album. We are all temporary, and we have all experienced loss and pain. The songs on this album explore the shortness of our lives and the way we hold those that we have lost in our presence and in our present. Like all of Russell's albums, this is a collection of unique artists performing on these tracks. And it's great to see the amazing vocal skills of Sampha Sisse back on this album. What a voice that guy has. There's something so soft and gentle about his voice, and yet it is a vessel that carries so much emotion. Then there's Florence and the Machine, the original Public Image Limited bassist Jah Wobble, Bill Callahan, Vampire Weekend's Ezra Koenig, and just so many more people I've never heard of before, but who are exceptional. Richard Russell is an alchemist, I think. Maybe not an alchemist. I think that's the wrong word, because that involves turning something cheap into something interesting, expensive, and desired. I think a more fitting word would be a crucible. And I think the dictionary definition for a crucible is a place or situation in which concentrated forces interact to cause or influence change or development. And to me, that sounds about right. That's what Richard Russell is doing here. The track Firelight has this wonderful ethereal sound, like something rediscovered on a wax cylinder from the 1930s. In an earlier video, I was talking about how the music of Sam Fender sanitized the emotion of his lyrics about death. On the Fender tracks, the verse chorus structure robbed the songs of any true emotion, but just listen to the rapper Berwin Dubois speak about death on this track and try and keep a dry eye. It's really emotional stuff.
I need your help to see the light so I could lead the blind. I smoke weed for peace of mind and to sleep at night. And I won't sit here and say that I wish it's me that died, but it breaks my heart to even know you'll never see me shine.
Every time I listen to one of Russell's albums, I discover a bunch of musicians I had never heard of before, and they're always just bloody excellent. His first album introduced me to Sampha, and the track Close But Not Quite and the track Everything Is Recorded are 2 of my favorite songs. Sampha returns on this album on the track entitled Never Felt Better, and is joined by the magnificent Florence and the Machine. It is a real standout track on this album.
I thought I was in so much pain, never felt better. I thought I was in such a bad place, never felt better. I thought I was in so.
And I was really surprised to find Bill Callahan on this album. I've been wanting to make a video about his music for a long time, but I'm not sure I can really do him justice. He has such a voice of authority, and I'm always hanging on every word he sings.
Voice and face live on. Oh, no, gone.
The track Norm is a beautiful song about the comedian, the Canadian comedian, Norm Macdonald. It's a great song. I had never heard of Norm Macdonald before listening to this song. And so along with all the new musicians and vocalists I discover when I'm listening to any of Richard Russell's projects, I also get to discover this great comedian. There is not a bad track on the entire album, and the celebration of departed loved ones, the theme of the briefness of life and the fragility of life make the album an intriguing and rewarding listen. I don't think you will regret listening to this album, but let me know what you think, and thanks for watching.